You are doing life with Maria and Chad. Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, we thank you for doing that. And today on the podcast, Maria, I got to share with you, my wife and daughter have informed me that there are many ways that I'm becoming my dad. We just celebrated Father's Day over the weekend. They've got some specific things that I'm doing just like my dad. We'll talk about that and so much more.
Losing your hair, is that one of them?
That's another one. No, but that should be added to the list.
This is kind of a funny thing to say, but I like boobs.
Well, actually, I do too. We have that in common. Why do you say, I guess is the question.
I just...
Got the giggles today, do you?
Kind of a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Okay, but I like boobs. I think my husband likes my boobs. I had to buy mine because they weren't appropriate enough for me. They
what
weren't
model
big enough
year
for
do
me.
you have in these?
Oh my gosh, that would be model year, might be 2000.
2000?
I've had my boobs for a long time.
Yeah. Okay. So,
And apparently my nephew Kaien likes my boobs as well.
why do you say? I've met Kaien. How old is Kaien again?
Kaien actually just turned 6 this week, so happy birthday, Kai.
Okay.
He was over with his mom and his, what would that be? It would be his aunt, another aunt. They were over here for a pool party, and Kaien comes up to talk to me, and he wanted cake or something like that, and he puts his hands on my boobs while he's talking to me.
Yeah.
And I was a little taken aback, and I was like, okay, don't touch my boobs. And as soon, a little boy, 6, as soon as you say, don't touch my boobs, then that's all he did.
Right.
So he would come by and just totally grab my boobs, giggle, and then run away.
Yeah, I don't think you want to stop that. I mean...
What do you mean I don't want to stop that?
I wasn't there. Let me ask some questions. So was your reaction making him want to do it again? Because you were probably giggling about it, right? Did he think it was a game?
Well, the first time I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then he just kind of smiled, and then we kind of joked around about it. And the second time he did it just to see what he could get away with.
Yeah.
And then when he was leaving, he did it again. And then I got kind of mad because... I was like, okay, stop touching my boobs.
Right.
Enough is enough. It was cute the first time, funny the second time. The third time, you're being kind of annoying. And I don't want him to go up to a stranger and honk their boobs.
I want this to be his thing. When he's 18, he's just grabbing strangers. I mean, no, not in this environment. You can't do that anymore. But he's still in the cute age. He could probably get away with it. 7, 8, might want to slow down on the boob grabbing.
When he's 16, I might have to slap him across the face. I'm just saying.
I got to share with you, had kind of a story I want to make sure we talked about on today's podcast. As we've talked about before, we have a puppy who today actually turns 5 months old.
Oh, happy birthday, Juno.
Her name is Juno. And the other day I fed her food, and as everybody knows, this has a dog or had a dog. Once you feed them, they poop, right? So I fed her, took her outside to poop. Brought her inside, and she's still a puppy, so she likes to cuddle, right? So I picked her up after she pooped, and I was the toilet paper for her.
Ooh, she had dingleberries?
It was all over my shorts, and so I put those in the laundry. Immediately, I was doing a load of laundry, so I washed those and put on different shorts. But this is the part that it's just made me laugh on the inside. So I put on different shorts, and I went to the gym, and I'm at the gym, and things are different right now at the gym because everybody's wearing masks. Some people are wearing masks, and then they've got wipes up for everything to make sure that you don't get COVID. And I'm grabbing one of these wipes out of the dispenser, and I look down, and I have poop from my knee to my ankle that had been on, it had dried, and it was on my leg. So I used the wipe to clean myself as I laughed to myself going, yeah, I was walking around with poop on my leg. thanks to my puppy.
Oh my God. Well, let me just say, thank God it was dried.
Yeah.
And people probably thought it was mud.
Yeah, there was one guy watching me wipe my leg, and I can't imagine what he was thinking. Like, what? That's for the equipment, maybe your hands. Like, what are you taking a bath with the thing? But it was just the timing of it. Like, I looked down, I'm like, oh, that. There's nothing else that could be. That's not chocolate.
Was it smelly? Like, when you were in the gym and you wiped it, did you smell the poop?
A little bit. I did one wipe. I took a couple. I did one wipe for the leg, my right leg, and another wipe to clean my hands to make sure that I was good to go.
That is the grossest story ever.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, when poop gets on my leg and I go in public, I want to tell you, Maria, and everybody watching on YouTube and listening on Spotify and iHeartRadio and wherever they're listening right now. So.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for sharing that. I love you.
How was your husband's Father's Day?
I had to work Father's Day. So I worked, and Lucy woke up and decided she wanted to day drink with her dad.
Okay. That works for both of them. That makes them both happy.
Right. Eric was not completely on board with that. I did. Actually, this is kind of funny, too. I got up early. I made brownies for my husband. Lucy was still sleeping. She was in charge of breakfast. So Eric wanted bacon and eggs. Fair enough, right? So I had to go to the store to buy the bacon and the eggs. And Lucy is still sleeping. So I make the bacon.
Topless?
Lucy is still sleeping.
Did Kaien grab your
No.
boobs?
No. I didn't want the grease to splatter and hit my boobs because, nobody wants to hear about that.
That is a dangerous proposition. Topless bacon making.
But I made the bacon, and so we had brownies and bacon and mimosas. And by the time we ate all that, and by this time Lucy's up, and so we're all sharing the mimosas, the bacon, and the brownies, my husband's like, I don't really want eggs now. I mean, I'm kind of full on brownies and bacon. So Father's Day breakfast, brownies, bacon, mimosas.
We had, actually, I was kind of in a bad mood. I had to apologize to my wife and daughter because I had hurt my back. We had gone on a road trip up north, and on the way back, I think just all the sitting, I have a back issue that flares up every now and then. So all day on Sunday, on Father's Day, I felt kind of like crap. And they made me a meal, and they made me strawberry shortcake and got me these little koozie things for beer cans. They're like reusable metal ones, kind of like a, what's the expensive one that's out there? It's
like a
Yeti.
Hydro Flasky.
Yeah, like a Yeti. It's one of those, but it's not that brand. It's a cheaper version. But they got me those for Father's Day. It made for a great day, and I was just kind of not feeling it on Father's Day. But we did get into a conversation because we called my dad to wish him a happy Father's Day. Yeah. And we were talking about, things that I have in common with my dad. And I saw this survey. It says that the average guy starts to feel like a dad at what age? What age do you think the average guy starts to feel like a dad?
Well, after he has kids, maybe.
37.
Was that a trick question?
No. This is just when they asked 2,000 people, this is one of the surveys out there. So you ask all these guys, 37 is the age. And this turned into the conversation with my wife and daughter. What do I have in common with my dad? And this is their answers. They said my smirk, my winking, and my eye rolling. those are all. And I know for sure that my calmness, you and I working together for all these years, that I'm pretty calm and, relaxed. And I know I get that from my dad. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
My husband, not so relaxed when my daughter crashed my 4Runner. Do you remember that?
Yeah. How long ago was that now? I'm trying to remember the time.
So I actually have the date. It was March 7th.
Okay.
And my daughter, this was before COVID was really taken off, and she borrowed my car, and they were going to go down to Mexico, I believe, is what they were going to do. Some
just
kind
before
of trip.
Everything lockdown happened. This is like her spring break.
Right. So she borrows my car, and she takes it to the Scottsdale Quarter, which is a shopping mall, and she hits some guy from behind with my car. And literally yesterday, We took my car in to finally get fixed. We did not put it through the insurance. The bill was going to be like $1,000. The insurance deductible is $1,000. So my daughter finally gave us the money to get the car fixed.
Right.
So just yesterday, we take it in. Yesterday in the mail, Lucy gets a letter, and it says, on March 7th, you hit our car from behind at the Scottsdale Corner parking lot. We have not gone through our insurance company yet. There's only damage to our hitch cover, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be $125 to replace the part. You can either pay us the $125 or we'll put it through the insurance and, go from there. I thought that was so nice.
Well,
don't you think?
These people were notified when it happened? Or did they find her license?
Oh, yeah. They exchanged information.
Oh, I thought they finally tracked her down. They got the cameras and they're like, hey, by the way, and then they were very kind about it. Okay.
No. Lucy said that she hit him from behind. Their hitch went through the bumper of our car. Right. So most of the damage was to our car.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they said it was just the hitch cover that got damaged on their fancy car. So, I just thought it was ironic that we finally take our car in and the same day we get the letter from the other people that says, hey, remember you hit us. We don't want to go through insurance because it's just a big waste. Why don't you just pay to get it fixed? And we'll pay to get it fixed.
Have you figured out the cost, what it's going to be yet, or are you still waiting on that?
Well, yeah, it says that the part is $121.93. But it only comes in primer paint, so they'll have to get it spray painted the color of their car.
That's great.
Yeah, and Lucy said that when she did hit them, they were super duper nice. I won't give the guy's last name, but the first name is Graham.
Yeah.
So Graham was super duper nice. And then this just, rather than being a jackass about it, they're like, hey, this is what it costs. Can you pay for it? Otherwise, we don't want it to go through insurance to have an accident on her record.
Right. Wow. That's ironic that it's the same day. Trying to think of other stuff we need to hit on the podcast today. There's one thing that I'm kind of late to the party on. I don't know if I've mentioned this show to you. We're watching Killing Eve. Have you heard of that show?
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it either. Is it good?
We just finished it. So we were trying to find something that we could watch. And I thought if people are listening to this podcast, maybe they're looking in the same place. We're trying to find something that we could watch with our 14-year-old daughter. Because everything is way too dirty and aggressive. And anyway, it's called Killing Eve. My buddy Mike recommended it. It's got Sandra Oh, if you know that actress. And I wasn't familiar. The star of it, her name is Jodie Comer. And she is the assassin. She's like a Russian assassin. And, she's very fashionable and she's got a great personality. She's got a huge future in front of her. She's probably in a bunch of stuff that I don't even know about. But yeah, if you're looking for something, Killing Eve. The other thing I wanted to discuss with you, because I know you were working on Father's Day, you're at Costco just this morning. This is the story I love for today. I was walking in the back of Sam's Club. Imagine what I found. Do you know what I came across? And maybe this is old news to you because you're at the Costco every day or lots of days.
In the back of Sam's Club?
Yes.
You found masks?
Nope.
For sale?
Toilet paper is back. Is that the same at Costco? Ooh. Is it not a big deal anymore? I was surprised.
Yeah, it's not a big deal anymore.
I had to go get paper towels and I'm like, look at this. There's toilet paper everywhere. I hadn't been back to that area, but is that a common thing now? You can walk into Costco today and get toilet paper?
Yeah, you can get toilet paper. You can get the paper towels. You cannot get the Clorox wipes. We're still having a really hard time keeping those in. In fact, I haven't seen them in a month, I guess. And there was one day, oh my gosh, it might have been maybe a month ago, we actually ran out of the Kirkland vodka. What?
Oh my gosh.
How do you run out of vodka?
That's you got to get that every time you go there. Have you guys figured out how to keep those one things in stock? Our neighbors have these, you sit in the pool and it holds a drink and it's kind of like a noodle that has a seat on it.
It's like a sling chair.
Yeah. Did you guys get those back?
We have not gotten those back yet. Sorry.
This has turned into ask somebody who works at Costco what they have in stock.
What else are you looking for?
Is the Kirkland vodka back in stock?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's most important.
Vodka's back. Toilet paper's back. Green beans are back.
All right. Good deal. Reminders, make sure you follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram is at Maria A-N-D Chad, C-H-A-D.
And we're also on a couple different platforms to get our podcast. So Spotify, Pandora, right?
Yep.
iHeart
Radio app, yeah.
The TuneIn app.
Google Podcasts, and thanks to our friend Dan, who is our video man. You can watch us on YouTube. So all of the things that you, all those different places, all the different apps and YouTube, whatever, just search for Doing Life with Maria and Chad. Is that it? Is that all we have for today?
I think that's all we have today, but I will say there may be an update on my Ancestry.com family that I haven't met yet.
Oh, wow. All right. We'll do that on the next podcast.
Posted.
Very cool. Yeah, that's been a while. Gosh, I got to find out what's going on with that.